Good morning. We there yet? Good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm actually drinking some coffee today. Put my cinnamon in there because it's kind of hot, sweaty out here, and glasses are foggy. It's supposed to go up to 90. I guess summer's trying to rear its head back here on the East Coast. So it's going to be warm. Kids get to wear their shorts to school today. So good morning. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's Wednesday. I get to teach a offshore class on my playbook later today. My name is Greg Mester. Welcome to 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope everybody's having I think I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, it's 5. It is 5:29. We're doing this. We got to do this earlier, but I was reading some stuff, looking at what's going on. We're here to talk about Agile and Scrum and things about IT, business, stuff like that. And we had started a series of how do you make an improvement to 30 to 50% in 6 months for a team so that you're not hiring people and making it actually worse than it is and producing not as good code, and your budgets get blown up and all that kind of stuff. Because like I was talking to somebody yesterday about being a program manager. I've been program manager, project manager, scrum master, agile coach over a series of 30 years. Used to be in charge of large budgets for program management. And, everybody's like, oh, we'll just hire more people. I was like, well, I only budgeted so much money to get this project to work. You hire more people, you plan for, a year with, let's say 20 people. I'm just picking a number, 20 people. And for that year, you 20 people, but then halfway through it, you decide you need another 10 people or double the number of people because your output, your budget for the year is now like September, right? So you lost like 4 months of budget because you just blew it up on hiring all these people. So would it make more sense just to improve the productivity of the people you have in place than it is to hire more, give them less time, therefore giving stress to the organization to get something delivered in the manner and the timing that you all came up with? So this is why I'm sharing this activity with Agile and Scrum and how to do this and improve process. So we just did this one little thing, and we'll do other things as we go. It takes a lot of work to make this happen. It's not as easy. You go to the class, they tell you this, this, and this, and I'm giving you some tactical stuff and some practical guides and tips on how to get things going to where you need to be. But it does take a lot of legwork. For example, the last place I was at and the place I'm doing, I have implemented like an Coach's Corner weekly email where I talk about a couple different items. And it's very casual. It's not very formal like some places, right? But it's very casual. Agile coach to people in the group and just saying, here's some things about Agile to think about. Here are some things we're working on. I usually, based on some of the questions and things I see with my teams, I'll put a little section at the top that talks about Agile tips, like where they need help with or what I've seen or questions that have been asked. And then I put in stuff about Jira, maybe something from the playbook, just little snippets about different things. And the latest one was just closing sprints. So there was a whole theme in the message from different areas. And I'll be honest with you, if I had access to YouTube and things like that in the office, I would actually put little YouTube snippets or links to videos online, because like videos like this that I got to make microcontent reminds me. Anyway, so we're already 4:20 into the 15 minutes, and I'm just jibber jabbering. It's what happens when you do 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. And then, but it's a lot of work because later on I got a session at 6 o'clock with offshore on the playbook that we have crafted and making that. And it takes a lot of effort to do this. It just doesn't happen, just like business. And that's another story, which my daughter yesterday was accusing me. You're addicted to the social media. I'm like, I'm trying to get all this content out. It takes time. I'm not playing video games. It takes a little bit of labor. Anyway, so let's get back to it. So we talked about, and I don't know if I need to go through all of them, but let's just kind of go refresh it real quick. Allowing and we're going to talk the steps to get a 30 to 50% improvement in your teams, your throughput. Allowing a team to get a manageable backlog, right? Don't let them overcommit. Testing work in a sprint, right? Good communication software like Slack. Product owner setting the team up for success. Do not come into the sprint planning meeting with more. In fact, you should be coming in with less stories for them to do than their average. Let them ask you for a story so that it forces the commitment. Definition ready, right? So that the stories are ready. We are trying to sprint. It's ready, set, go, right? It's ready, set, go in a race, right? And that's what they do, and they shoot a little gun off. And then number 6, definition of done. So we talked about those 6 things, and I got 2 more today. I have a 6A because remember yesterday I mentioned 6A. So 6A is the product owner being available. What you don't want in the organization is a product owner who's not available to the team. And I've seen that also where they're only available once a month or something crazy. You need a product owner or someone who's going to improve and accept the work available pretty much on a regular basis. Now, they don't necessarily, it'd be great if they're there the whole time. I'm saying that's awesome, but I'm talking practicality here, right? It doesn't always happen. And, oh, by the way, this is show 51, so that's cool. I got to remember to do that. So I got to say the shows because on podcasts, you don't necessarily know what show it is, and I got to remember to do that at the beginning thing. And I thought I told myself, and I even wrote it down on the paper, but I didn't. Anyway, it's show 51. It's pretty cool. 51 shows. So you need the product owner to be there at the beginning of the sprint and throughout the sprint because what you want them is to accept work as it goes. You want that feedback loop back to the team continuously. Don't wait to the last day because what if everybody does things not acceptable, right? You just blew the whole sprint. So you really need someone available. So that's one of the keys too. The product owner has to be available, even if it's a 15-minute, a 10-minute, going over one story, just showing it or emailing a snap or a screenshot, they approve it and come back. And I've done that before, and it really worked out a lot better. I had a team that wait till the last minute, and I finally convinced them, why can't you just send them a screenshot of the in-process stuff during the sprint? And then when you do the final demo, it's operating working software, but they already approved each little piece of the story or the feature in the story format as you went. They did it. It became much more successful. So anyway, so 6A, maybe 7. 6A is making sure a product owner, because we talked the last thing was a product owner helping the team for success, right? And definition done is to be available. So, okay, number 7, demo. Everybody says, why do we do these ceremonies in Scrum? And I can go to each ceremony and how it makes it. And, I haven't even talked about sprint. We talked about sprint planning a little bit, but what it goes into, we'll probably revisit it in one of the issues. But we talk about the ceremonies because I don't want the ceremonies to take that far back. And they are important. Demo. When you put a demo in your situation, this is one of the benefits of Scrum. And there's so many things that demo. We'll talk many episodes about demonstrations or reviews. It holds the team accountable. If you have to demo working software, and the term is working software, and I go back to that message is going through LinkedIn about developing code, testing code, and releasing code in a sprint, right? To be truly agile, those 3 things. Demonstrating code is like being able to release the code. Once you demo it, you're saying you can release it tomorrow, theoretically, right? There might be other steps you have to do, but the software as it stands is working and it's functional and it's been tested. By requiring your team to do the demo, it's like test day every day. Dude, you better be on your toes. Your stuff better be right, because you know what? It's going to be in front of the customer, and we're all going to look bad because you wrote crappy code, right? So the demo, not only a feedback factor, it's a tighten the ship factor that'll get you better deliveries, right? Because even if it just takes a half hour, it's like, oh, I'm going to do a half hour. You don't have a half hour. Trust me, you have a half hour to do a demo, right? Just showing their work, showing to their customer, because then it really works. Plus, you might find bugs that you didn't plan for, because we'll do another session on doing demos and the product feedback. There's so much content out there. So, but you want to do the demo. It holds your team accountable. It makes them achieve. They know it's going to be showed. They work their tail off to get it ready. I mean, I don't want to work in more than 40 hours, but they make sure their stuff is working, because somebody else will take the keys to the car and drive it away, right? They can't work their way and cheat. Someone else is going to see it. And number 8, because it's 11 minutes into it right now, retrospective. And I'm going to summarize all this stuff, right? So retrospective is very key to getting the 30 to 50% improvement, and I think you can do more. All we're looking for retrospective is a little bit improvement, 1 to 2%. Let's just say I got 1% every sprint. I got an improvement. And this is process improvement, code improvement, things that make the coding go better, things that make the organization run better, little things like that. So everything we talked about so far could be part of a retrospective. It should be part of the team and how you do it. In 6 months, let's say you're doing 2-week sprints, right? 2-week sprints. So in 6 months, you theoretically have 12 sprints. If you just got 1% improvement due to the retrospective, that is a 12% improvement in your process right there. Little tiny things, whether it be refactoring code, because once you refactor the code runs faster, the tests run better. Who knows? There's always little process improvement, and we'll talk about automation. I haven't even got the automation yet, right? So if I do the retrospective and I got a 1% over 6 months, that's 12% improvement, right? 12%. We talked about not committing, and I tell you, you're going to get a 3 to 5% improvement in the throughput just by that. So you get 12, so you get 15 to 17%, right? Yeah. 14 to 17% improvement just on those two things alone. The other stuff will help you organize your thoughts and be very thorough in getting what you got done and everybody on the same page. And I haven't got to the end yet, right? So this is bare bones minimum stuff, right? So all you need to do is have a retro every sprint and a physical action item for the team or someone on the team to work on during the next sprint. It's got to be done before the next sprint starts. It's very important. So many teams will do the retro after sprint planning, which is wrong, okay? You need to do the retro before sprint planning so you can identify something you want to work on and put it in the backlog, the sprint backlog for the next sprint. It's very important. Now, these 8 things plus a 6A for PO being available will get you going into getting the 30 to 50% improvement. We just rattled something. I just got 17%. And we didn't even do anything yet, right? I mean, seriously, that little stuff, we didn't do anything, and we'll get you, between 14 and 17% improvement just by doing those things we talked about so far. Have we done anything? No. We're organizing the process. That gives you a 15%. Let's do 15%. 15% improvement in the team. Just those 8 things so far. So can you see where we're going? And I ain't even started. Again, I haven't even done automation yet, right? This is just basic logistics and how to communicate and how you share ideas. That alone will give you a 15% improvement. And I don't think that'll take you, those things we talked about, you should get a 15% improvement within 4 sprints, at least. So if I got you in 2 months, a 15% improvement, to get a 30% improvement, I have another 4 months to get you there. I get you there. This is easy. You just got to accept it and go with it. Anyway, we're in a 1532. Please like and subscribe to the 5am Mester Scrum. I did put a lot of podcasts out, so you're going to get, if you get the little bell, you might get a lot of emails today. I put a whole series of them yesterday. Still don't got those 2 shows. YouTube fixed it. It's like they fixed a bug, and they fixed it in such a way that now it doesn't even pop up anymore when I try to do it. It just errors out and goes. So I don't know what I got to do to show them, but they fixed something. They fixed it really well. I can't download the files for those 2 shows. I might have to do a screen capture to work my way around it. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, have fun today. It is Wednesday. I got to go teach a class in 15 minutes with offshore. And you guys are having an awesome day. Take care. Happy scrumming. Enjoy. Take care. Bye. Is there any?